I hope you all are ready to listen. I am very happy and I am thankful to Mr. Jain. And we all are doing from our place, but when it comes from National Trust, it's different. So today I am going to talk on the strengths of our children, and one is very much obvious here on the screen. They have filled our lives with love and happiness. I am here because I learned to love unconditionally from my daughter Palak. Our children do have issues with learning. So our children do have issues with learning. We need to know the reasons so that we can help them better. So I'll go through reasons at a glance. They have delayed milestones, we all know. Difficulty in logical and complex thinking, slower messaging system, low muscle tone, loose ligaments, associated medical ailments, etc. Knowing about the difficulties is scary, isn't it? But unless we know the strength, our wish to help them is like battling without a sword. So don't worry. Our children are gifted with numerous abilities too. We just need to know them and they can win. So today I am going to give you the entire toolbox, the strengths of our children. Number one is visual skills. Their ability to learn and use sign and gestures. And here are some examples. Now second is, they learn well from demonstrations and visual sources like pictures, photos, diagrams, symbols, flashcards, movies, and concrete material. Now second is receptive vocabulary, and very important. They have an excellent ability to receive and remember from their surrounding. They learn a lot from the environment. Few people talked about functional learning, and I am talking about that only. So they are excellent at receiving spoken words. They can connect themselves meaningfully with the events. We need to keep them connected constantly with their happenings around, and many of the parents, they are aware because I keep them telling that you keep your child constantly connected with the environment. Being keen observer naturally, they develop their functional skills to the optimum and effortlessly. Now all of us need to accept the fact that functional learning is the father of all other skills, may it be academic, performing art, sports, or anything. So once we are done with once we are done with the functional learning, only thing needed is we need to connect functional learning with formal learning. Now here I have seen parents facing difficulties because they don't bother much about the functional learning, one thing, and second thing, they separate functional from formal. So how to connect? So connection is by questions. Here there will be few parents, I have given them one question word for a week. For you, the word what is for the whole week. You need to ask what in everything. So you can connect your child from functional, you can take your child from functional to formal by asking questions. So question by questions. Questions are thought-provoking. The child learns reasoning and that leads to formal learning. So, but for parents, these are two different compartments. Actually, if functional skills represents a country, education, formal education is just a big state. So when you are helping your child for formal education, you are moving within the country. So the bigger area is functional learning. The bigger area is functional skills. If you have focused on functional learning, you can move easily towards formal learning. Now next comes high social quotient. They are keen to communicate and socialize. We need to provide them different social circles. If I talk about my daughter, she has circle for trekking, then for yoga, for gym, then for cultural programs. So social circles help them to grow better and faster. And there are people ready for inclusive trekking too. We have been so many times for trekking program, and all the programs were inclusive programs. So we can think about social circles seriously. Now they are the sweetest, we need to provide them different social circles. Now they are sweetest copycats. So they have tendency to model behavior and attitudes from peers and adults. So it is very easy to inculcate good attitudes and behavior. You just be the role model. And last in today's list, and I would like parents to focus much more on these. It is programming. It is very helpful tool, but we need to understand the mechanism thoroughly. Our children's minds can be programmed very well because they do not get fed up with routine. They enjoy following timetables. They happily do repetitive, monotonous work. Their schedule can be structured effectively, and they take assigned work responsibly. So right programming helps our children to learn better, faster and meaningful. The word programming in technical language means input, processing and output. But it is slightly different for our kids. It is input, output and output. And what I mean by output is, this is the meaning of output. It is repetition by charts, flashcards, audiovisuals, photos, pictures and demonstration. And it is for sure that you will get a magical output. But there is a warning. We have talked with so many parents that once their minds get programmed, it is very difficult to change. So, this is the last slide. So, it is very difficult to change. So, there is a warning. Our children are visual learners, so they remember things even when not understood. Suppose they recognize a number, but they don't know the value. So, we need to proceed slowly but conceptually. The programming once done is difficult to delete or change. Don't rush, take your own time and set a positive program. I care and I will always.